Boston, Massachusetts is America's city of champions and the perfect place for the 4th edition of LIV Golf. This is the state of play after day 1. You can see Taylor Gooch and Matthew Wolff leading the way. Wolff, by the way, is 14 under par over his last 2 rounds, if you include the final round in Bedminster. So here's the team leaderboard going into round 2. Remember, 2 of the 4 scores counted on day 1. Likewise, day 2, 3 will count on Championship Sunday. It's the high flyers that lead the way. The 4 aces in a great position to three-peat winners of our last 2 competitions. Let's head down to the first tee. Don Belay is with the history maker, a high flyer, Matthew Wolff.
Matthew, you made history yesterday. First hole-in-one in LIV Golf. 2 questions. How many have you made in your career, and how much did it cost you yesterday?
That was my 8th. That was my 8th one, but definitely the most special one that I've had up to date. And you know, fortunately, as of right now, it's costing me nothing. LIV takes care of us very well. You know, they provide for us, and I think a lot of people had a good time tonight, but I'm sure it'll catch up to me, you know, in the end. When I go home and stuff, I'm sure I'll be buying a lot of drinks. So, but, you know, I'm happy to do it.
Okay, great. Have a good day today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dom. Greg Norman parachuted onto the course yesterday. He's back on terra firma now. He's with Sue Ann Heng to talk about LIV's sartorial innovation.
Hey Greg, so I was scrolling through social media and I saw you release some news about LIV Golf being the first men's league to allow their players to wear shorts. Pretty awesome stuff. What's the inspiration behind that?
Just the players. The players asked about it. We did a survey a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty significant positive response about wearing shorts or just giving them the option of doing it. And it was time. The time was right. And, you know, LIV is the future of golf. And we just want to open it up and just make sure the players are as comfortable as possible.
Less than a minute to go until our shotgun start. What's in store for us today?
Well, I think we're going to see some low scoring again, but we do have some wind out there, and that's going to make, you know, picking clubs easier to pick a broken nose, as they say.
Yours has been broken a few times.
It has, a couple of times.
My goodness,
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Please welcome to the team from High Flyers GC, Matthew Wolff.
This really is. He's one of the most exciting young players in the game. Hits it for miles.
Oh.
He hit 11 of the 13 fairways yesterday, en route to his best round so far, 63, the first 63 in LIV Golf history, along with Taylor Gooch. And that magnificent moment, the hole-in-one at the second.
Back to the second, Joaquin Niemann. This must be for par. Disappointed with the pulled approach shot.
By the way, back to the short story. I'm so glad our producers shut down the idea of you boys wearing shorts in the studio. I think that's going to really hurt our ratings. So,
Phil's high flyers are still leading the team competition, 1 stroke ahead of the 4 aces, and here's his teammate Matthew Wolff.
Better lie than Smith's. Slightly easier shot. Expect this to be a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot. What a touch.
Yeah, you feel this one can make a big statement. If he can knock this in, you know he's going to make a whole bunch of these today. But this would be a really nice one to start with.
Wow.
Beautiful.
More of the same.
Sergio, eagle putt at the 8th. Captain of the Fireballs. Pins on show. Delicately done.
Oh,
beautifully
wow.
done. An eagle for Sergio Garcia, who started the day 2 under par. To the tee at 13, we've got Troy Mullins and Bubba Watson following Phil Mickelson.
You can see his step. His step is a lot better today.
Yeah.
He's trying hard to help his team. That's really what he wants to do. This one, people are yelling. It looks a little right. Oh, pretty good shot there. Look at it trickling to the hole. You can see he's focused on the team right now. He knows yesterday was a rough day, but he's really grinding to help that team. He's getting the energy off of these guys.
Over at 17, the big fella Jason Kokrak across the green for birdie. Yeah.
Mickelson for birdie here, Troy.
He had 35 putts yesterday. What do you think about that, Bubba?
Yeah, that's definitely a stat he's trying to work on. Definitely giving him confidence right now. And again, it's that leaderboard. Looking at that team, he wants to be part of that team and help.
These look like implants in his calves, I swear.
You think so?
No, well, I know they're not, but.
There it is.
Great start for Phil.
Wow,
Phil Mickelson being Phil Mickelson.
Hey, I think he's feeding off of all the compliments he's getting on his calves.
No, I think it's because he saw me. He saw me out here. He's trying to be the best lefty.
High Flyers, as you can see, with a 3-stroke lead now over the 4 aces. Stinger are on the podium as it stands. Paul Casey representing the Crushers, 1 shot off 3rd place.
As of right now, nobody's truly out of it. So much can happen tomorrow with 3 scores counting in the team format.
Much more benign pin position, a little flatter than yesterday's, but it's still quick.
Hello.
30 years of age from Midwest City, Oklahoma, Taylor Gooch. Gooch, say the crowd, 8 birdies yesterday. He was our joint overnight leader, and he's 7 under par with Matthew Wolff once more. So Pat Perez made his birdie at 3. This is his tee shot at the 4th.
Right at it, Pat. Oh, looking good, man.
And a beauty.
Phil with Troy and Bubba alongside.
After slicing it off the tee, he hit a great shot here, right in the middle of the fairway. Pin is tucked right, but he is firing at all pins today, not giving anything back.
He's trying to show off in front of me.
Well, the Ironheads' best finish so far was 5th in Portland. They're flying in Boston. Kevin Na is their captain. This for birdie at the 2nd. They've closed the gap on the High Flyers to 2. Cal Kanjana, birdie at the same hole. No problems there. And then Kevin Na again for birdie. This at the 5th. Follows that in trademark style.
HV3 at the first. Lengthy bunker shot to top ridge. Not easy.
Oh. What a peach that was. His head covered Gerald will really appreciate that.
Phil for another birdie. This at 15.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Delighting the crowd.
He's showing off to Bubba. He's like, Bubba, I got 3 green jackets. You just have 2. What a putting stroke. That's just, I mean,
lucky he hasn't been kidnapped by the Swiss and forced to make watches.
Well, the loss for the World Mullet Championships is our gain. Cam Smith tied for the lead. Saddam Kalkanjana is having a lovely 2nd day. 7 under par. This was his birdie a few moments ago. And then Pat Perez with his birdie putt to go to 6 under par. Good news for the Ironheads and for the 4 aces. Lee Westwood a few moments ago. He's moving up the leaderboard, and that is what, you know what, I thought I heard a distant roar as we were talking to Tony Zapoli, and that was it. Siwon Kim shot an 87 yesterday. The beauty of LIV Golf is you're always in the team competition. This is tee shot at 17. It's a par 3, so he was 17 over yesterday, 2 under so far today. Scott Vincent from Zimbabwe, part of Team Talk, that for birdie at 13, and his teammate Adrian Ortegi for eagle at 18, level par today for Ortegi. Wade Ormsby is from Adelaide, Australia, the city of churches. His prayers were answered on the 17th, birdie 2. Cameron Tringali for birdie at 16. He's 2 under for the day for the High Flyers. Graham McDowell is even today thanks to this birdie at the 10th hole. The Cleeks are 4 under today in 10th place. Well, you just saw DJ climb the pylon, and this is how he did it. An eagle putt at the 8th. A slow roller. Beautiful. magical touch by Dustin Johnson. And he goes to 7 under par.
That was a birdie putt to extend the lead.
Anirban Lahiri moving up the pylon for birdie at 13. Makes it 8 under par. And also, the double whammy is that the Crushers, and Lahiri is their new signing here in Boston, are into 3rd place.
He's visited the trees a couple of times, Matthew Wolff, and made a phenomenal par the last time he was in, and wow, he's got a great chance for birdie here.
Dustin Johnson for yet another birdie.
Oh,
yes! 6
Good.
under par for today.
Really?
Dustin Johnson closes to within a shot of our leader, Joaquin Niemann.
Gooch for birdie at 12. Matthew Wolff did knock his in for par. Yes. And we have a tie at the top. Niemann and Gooch -10.
Action everywhere across the golf course. You saw on the pylon Dustin Johnson. Into the co-lead. A 3-way tie on 10 under par now for Dustin. Perez is climbing the pylon. This for his birdie at 12. Makes it 8 under par. Today, the 4 aces are 12 under, thanks to Dustin Johnson and Pat Perez. Joint leader Joaquin Niemann for par at this brutally difficult 14th.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow.
A dropped shot for Niemann. Martin Kaymer with his 2nd shot at the 10th. He's got 5 holes to play.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
It was always going to be an easy birdie.
Get in.
Take that.
Dustin Johnson for the outright lead.
It's about a 4-foot putt. It's definitely sliding, but I mean, it's a trick. It's not tricky, but he doesn't want to lift up on it and force it to cut, right? He doesn't want to force that.
He's got to keep his head down, stroke it. There it is. Yes.
There's your birdie, Bubba. There's your birdie.
Prediction was right.
And make it he does.
It's a curse, Dom. It's a curse.
Gooch.
All right, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde today with the putter. Mostly Dr. Jekyll. Couple.
Yeah. He gave me a big smile and a laugh after he made the putt on the 16th. Not sure if it's because I look funny or he's happy he made a putt.
Oh, yeah.
He's
all
made
of a sudden.
A 3-way tie on 11 under par, Joaquin Niemann. 4 under for today so far. Made it. Anirban Lahiri moving up the pylon.
Gooch at 17. Yeah.
We have a new individual leader in the closing stages of this 2nd round. He's got 1 hole to play.
Carlos Ortiz, 3 under for the tournament. 9 back of the lead. 2nd shot at number 3.
Oh.
Kevin Na's just slipped back of late, but Siwon Kim, 87 yesterday, 6 under for today, and the Ironheads, it's got them into 3rd place. Here's Kevin Na to claw back one of those shots for birdie here.
Ah, yes.
Dustin Johnson looking things over. This is final hole.
Just one more roll for a 62.
After 87 yesterday, he is to make par for 63. Wow.
It's almost a shot and a half per hole.
Well, it is. That's exactly what it is.
Jerry, what's a googly?
Think of a knuckleball.
Yeah, it's a spin baller, isn't it?
Well, it isn't. It isn't. It's one that actually has no spin, that sort of moves all over the place.
Really?
Like a knuckleball. Good shot there from Matthew.
This gives him I guess, a slight chance tomorrow if he can pop this in.
Yeah, pops that in. He's 5 back heading into tomorrow.
There it is.
Eagles on the final hole, the 18th on both days for Cameron Smith.
So disappointing par to finish for the leader. Yeah, what a 5. He'll take that.
Yep. .65 for Joaquin Niemann. Well, let's take a look at the individual leaderboard then. Going into Championship Sunday, it's going to be a thrill ride tomorrow. Taylor Gooch leads the way by a stroke. Joaquin Niemann on 11 under. Dustin Johnson had a terrific day with a 63. 7 under today and 10 under overall. A little further down, Pat Perez 4 under today for the 4 aces. He's on 7 under. Martin Keimer had a good round, 5 under for his round today. Tringali 4 under today. That got him to 3 under overall. C1 Kim 10 over par after a 7 under par 63 today. What about the team standing? And this is why LIV Golf is so special. C1 Kim had a nightmare yesterday, terrific today, and his score counted for the Ironhead. So that gets them in to 3rd place going into Championship Sunday. 18 under par, a stroke behind the High Flyers, led by Phil Mickelson, but it's the 4 aces once again leading the way, looking for a 3rd consecutive victory in the team competition.